Hi, my name is Park Cofield. I'm a theater artist, a puppet builder, and a professional horn blower. My ideas and inspiration come from all over the place, but I'll start by telling you about an incredible experience that started me on my path. I'll also share a few examples of the work I create and how I do it. In 2006, I found myself playing a dead body in Eugenio Barba's production of Hamlet. The piece was developed in Italy and concluded with a performance at Hamlet's real castle in Denmark. That's me in the foreground, under a white sheet as fire rains down from the sky. During the tour, I was surrounded by 90 performers from 16 countries and learned about performance traditions from India, Bali, Brazil, Poland, and Japan. Barba's commitment to theater anthropology and his unique method of devising a performance has had a lasting and direct influence on my work. On my return to the US, I began creating my own theater using similar techniques. I started conducting arts barters as a way of learning about community and finding collaborators with incredible skills and talents. In these events, expression is the currency. Songs are traded for dances, and poems exchanged for music. This is Park Cofield and Company, my ensemble. And by ensemble, I mean entirely fictitious group of monster hunters and folklorists. I take a central role as director so I can collage together the brilliant ideas my team brings back to the table based on assignments I give to them between rehearsals. We have been commissioned several times by the Atlanta Beltline to develop shows on an abandoned train corridor that circles the city. Here, ideas come from asking myself questions like, how can a metal signal box, or the constant traffic of bicycles, or the echo of a bridge impact, lift up, or alter my artistic intent? I'm a big fan of parades and presents. There's nothing better than banging on a drum and shouting, "Follow us!" to draw in a crowd, or leaving a huge chained box in the middle of a neighborhood to whet people's appetites. So, do you want to know what's in the box? This guy, meet the Girasticus, a mythological creature with legs that are shorter on one side of its body than the other. The show was based on southern hunting legends and folklore. A lot of my ideas come from odd yet true history, strange facts, and mythology. It's impossible to write this stuff, so why not use what's there? When the ideas I have are impossible for human actors, for example flying or dying, I often use puppets. In this piece, puppetry allowed me to shift perspectives, change the landscape, and to depict a tragic crash landing. This piece was also inspired by a true event. Occasionally, my inspiration starts with an idea about how the audience will view the show rather than plot or character. St. Agnes and the Giant is another original puppet show. It was designed so that a human actor would appear to tower over a tiny puppet when the audience viewed the entire show through binoculars. The next piece that I'm working on is inspired by my own personal family history. This summer, I'm headed to Finland armed with 2 postcards written by my great-grandfather. I'm developing a theater piece based on my mother's memories of tiny red Finnish houses around a lake and a long-lost relative's paintings of Finnish pauper statues. Something new to me in the last few years is finding inspiration in pure music, specifically opera. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but when I was handed a new opera for children called Rabbit Tales, based on the stories of Joel Chandler Harris, I drew inspiration not from my understanding of the music, but how it made me feel. I love staging opera for young audiences because kids aren't your typical opera goer. But there's something universal about song. The complexity of the music is not lost on a young audience, and often stories about coming together are reinforced by the idea of harmony. When it comes down to it, my inspiration mostly comes directly from kids. Working with young people and allowing them to be an integral part of the art-making process, in my opinion, makes for a richer final product and experience, especially when there are kazoos involved. My largest TYA undertaking to date is a stage adaptation of the classic film and book, The Red Balloon. The bilingual production featured original live music, puppetry, and an ensemble of children who directly informed the creation and the development of the show. During the audition process, we asked actors to come in and share special skills or talents or things they were proud of. This is Flora, a sassy 9-year-old who could barely carry in her accordion when she showed up to the audition, but who ended the show with a newfound confidence and pride because of a song that we wrote just for her. Magic tricks, jump rope, and hula hooping are just a few of the other examples. Whether I'm asking young actors to share their dreams in the rehearsal room or to engage in a conversation about something very difficult like bullying, they constantly surprise me. Despite scheduling challenges with bedtimes and schoolwork, I'm always looking for ways to include youth in my shows to work alongside adult actors. Staging the Red Balloon required me to use all of my tools of inspiration. I'm a visual thinker, so I often use storyboards like this one to plan out traffic patterns or to figure out ideas like how to bring a balloon to life on stage. They're also helpful in clearly communicating with the design team. Film stills also directly influence the production. During rehearsals, we would frequently look at reference material to inform body position, color, spacing, how images went together, and the overall emotional quality of the piece. Pascal's final flight over the city is one of the first moments I envisioned for the play. For me, inspiration is everywhere. Of course, there are days when it's impossible to move forward. Sometimes ideas just need to percolate. Then, inevitably, two things that don't seem to be working on their own will collide and surprise me as a happy accident just when I need it. Thank you.